Morning guys, today is Sunday at tingnan nyo maulan. Lakas ng ulan ngayon. Aga-aga, 7 o'clock pa lang tapos maulan. Yan, lamig-lamig. Kaya sarap magkape. Magkape muna kami. They make me happy and enjoy every moment. It's a rainy Sunday. Ayan, ang aga-aga umuulan na naman. Pupunta pa naman kami mamaya sa Tuboso. Wala na guys, binagyo na talaga kami. Hindi na kami makapunta ng Tuboso. Tingnan mo yung ulan o, lakas, mahangin pa. Yan o, ang hangin. Ay, saan makadali? Yeah, we're finally back from Tuboso. Ano tawag nito? Umuulan. Ang hirap mamili pag umuulan. Kasi tawag nito, nasa labas siya eh. Market, yung market nasa labas. So, meron din namang covered market. Covered market. Pero, kung lalabas ka, talagang mahirap kasi na nag-uulan-ulan. Pero, ayan, ito yung aming mga napamili. Konti lang naman. Kasi, pang lang naman. Pagkain lang namin. Kalamansi. This is 1 kilo. And 1 kilo is 80p. Lalaki siya. Yan o, lalaki. Ayan. Kaming banana right here. Ito, isang ganito, 35. Tapos, bumili kami ng mango. Ayan. Medyo, yung skin niya. Pero yung loob, hindi naman. Yan. Bale, ito, 1 kilo yung binili namin. Yung 1 kilo, 3 peraso, 80 pesos. Yeah. Very cheap. So, ayan, living here in the Philippines was so very cheap. Yeah, I think you guys all know about that. And if you don't, yeah, it is very cheap living here. And paying tax was not so expensive as well. So, like a house tax, like that. Electricity is not so expensive. Unless you have a lot of, you all have the appliances in your house. Like, your bill is gonna be higher. Just like us, we live in a very simple life here in my countryside. So yeah, so we actually spend like let's say our weekly food is only 1500 p, which is 30 bucks, and that's good for 4 people because it's me, my mom, my daughter, and my husband. So yeah, and I'm just so lucky that my husband just eat anything also. He's kind of like a Filipino almost, because he ate Filipino food. He don't really kind of like demand like American food, that he wants to eat that food because number one, that is so hard to find around here, like American food. Um, it's all Filipino, like 99% of our food, like Filipino food. But if you really wanna buy like American food, then you can actually buy it in a big supermarket. And but since he's not a picky person, so I am just so lucky that he ate whatever we ate also. So that's why our budget was just so good. It's so good. It's not so bad. Yeah. So yeah, we did a good shopping with my mom today. Yep. So we got a 1 week of food. So we're gonna be good till Saturday. So guys, lunchtime na. So we're talking about simple life. So this is what we're gonna have for our lunch. Of course, rice is life. Rice is here. We got fish. This is what we bought from Tuboso from town a while ago. And we have some sauce with calamansi and pepper and soy sauce. And again, I have my shrimp paste in a small bowl of soup. And of course, we have the mango. That mango looks so good. Oh my god, I'm drooling already. Plus a Coke. Yeah, okay, let's eat, guys. Okay, dessert time. Here's our dessert, mango. We've been talking about this like before we left US. It's like when we get to the Philippines, we need to get mango, mango,
Oh,
mango.
those are awesome.
Yeah.
Show them the outside of the skin.
Yeah. Actually, the outside of the skin was
Right.
kind of look rough.
A lot of times you don't see them at the store like that. And there's a story behind how they prevent that. Right. So if you go by a mango tree, they're the size of a mature carabao mango tree is about the size of a real big maple tree, kind of the same shape, and a lot of branches, a lot of small branches. And one large mango tree could be completely full of this fruit. In order to have it not look like that. The inside's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But in the US or in the West, you see that, you probably not as apt to buy it. If you got a good looking one on the outside, right in one spot right next to it is that, you're probably going to grab the good one. But in order to get it to look like that, excuse me, what they do is they have newspapers. And they'll take a piece of newspaper, and each piece of fruit gets wrapped in a piece of newspaper, and I think they staple it, right? Right. So they basically, every piece of fruit, when it's in the tree, they send kids up there, and they have newspapers, and they'll climb out on the end of these branches and fold up newspaper around it, staple it on, and that's how they get it to look kind of showroom. Yeah, it looks really good on the outside. But to us, it doesn't matter. We know what the inside is going to be like.
Yeah.
And this was 80p?
Yeah, 80p per kilo. Yeah.
So a kilo is
It's like
a couple
dollar.
pounds.
Yeah, $1.50, something like that.
Did you say 80?
Yeah.
So that's $1.60.
$1.60, yeah. Very cheap. And there's like in 1 kilo, there's like 3 big mangoes.
And these are the carabao.
Yeah, the carabao.
So
And look at that meat. Look how thick the meat is. Yeah, it looks so good. Yeah, I can't wait.
yeah, one thing too is with the one that really looks good from the outside, they had to wrap it in paper. There's so much labor that goes into it. It's about 120 peso per
kilo, yeah.
So you got 120 for a good looking on the outside.
Yeah.
Compared to 80p, per kilo
Mm-hmm.
for this exact same, fruit on the inside. That's kind of the difference. Whenever we go by a tree, I always want to stop and take a picture of it when it's full of paper, because each one of those, somebody had to go up there and staple that on, but it's very labor intensive. But that's what they want when they ship it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ah, it's very good. Very sweet. Mm. Mm.
One of my favorites are these little bad boys right here. Right there.
Yeah.
They're like key limes, but smaller. They call them calamansi here, and citrus, and almost identical to key lime, but probably a little bit more potent or concentrated. So I usually take 4 or 5 of these into a water glass, a 16-ounce water glass, and squeeze them in there, tablespoon of sugar, and some of the best lime juice, I guess, citrus drink.
Yeah.
That's
Fresh
Mhm.
vitamin C.
Yep.
Yeah. This is how I eat mango. Use the fork, but we normally eat it with just straight to the mango like that. That is our traditional way of eating mango in PI. But
That's really good.
yeah, it's really good. But just like this, it's very juicy, so the juice is gonna drip. So better to use a fork.
So a lot of times when we're in the States, we go to Aldi's and they'll have, I think it's apple mango.
Yeah, it's the apple mango.
So you go to the you go into the produce section and you see the mangoes, and they'll be red or pink. And they might get like this on the inside, but a lot of times they kind of remain a little bit more firm and sour. Mici
Yeah.
turned me on to a way that they like to eat them around here. We actually have an Indian mango right out here, and it's kind of like an apple but smaller. And what they do is they'll take I don't know, a quarter cup of soy sauce, and then quite a bit of sugar, probably 4 tablespoons of sugar, and you mix it in, so it's almost like a teriyaki. It reminds me of.
Teriyaki sauce.
But you take those Indian mangoes and you take what was the other one?
Apple mango.
Yeah, apple and Indian.
Apple,
Right.
excuse me.
Well, those are the two that you might have to work with a little bit. That's what
Yeah,
I'm trying
because
to-
they are sour. So yeah. This one too, before it gets really ripe, you can also eat it like the apple mango and Indian mango. You eat it with soy sauce and soy sauce with sugar, because that's how we eat around here. So other people also eat it with just salt. Just dip it into a salt. Yeah. But this is really meant to kind of ripe, so that way you can really feel and taste the goodness of that mango. Just like what we feel right now when we taste.
Now there's a guy down the street, well, about 10 minutes away. It's on the main road, Highway 7. And he's kind of, as you're going towards Calatrava, he has a stand out there, and his mangoes always look really good. He kind of specializes in it. And that guy, early season, there'll be no other mangoes in the area, but his will be the first ones, and no blemishes, and they go for about 120 peso a kilo. But you get them, they're a little bit smaller, but they're awesome. They're very good. So what we did is the guy actually sells trees, grafted trees, and we bought a couple and put them in the yard. That's if you're in a rush to get them going. So we actually have his mangoes growing on the property here. But then we took some of the seeds from him, from his plants, from his trees, and got one going in the yard also. So in about I don't know how many years would it take to have first piece of fruit?
10 years.
About 10.
About 10 years for a normal grow. If it's grafted, it's only 6 year. 6 years. Yeah, so good. Yan ang aking mabait na anak, naghuhugas ng plato pagkatapos kumain. Oh ha? Kaya nyo yan? Charot. Tingin ka dito. Tingin ka dito. Ay,